Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for joining me on this really quick overview and rewicking video on the RTA by the Modfather. Because, with RTAs, they all have different ways of wicking. The Tank has something different, the Aromizer has something different, so the Modfather tank has its own different style of wicking. I'm just going to show you guys how the Modfather has decided is the best way to wick this guy. Alrighty guys, so here's an up-close look at the Modfather RTA. You can see it says the Modfather all across the top over here. And it is a pretty big tank. This is 30 millimeters. Here's the 510 on it, standard, and it's got a pretty nicely protruding 510 pin, so it should be safe on most of hybrid mods. I just don't know if you would actually use it because it's huge on a hybrid mod. But this guy over here comes apart like so. Here's the top fill section of it. Just two giant holes, one on that side, one on that side. And then just take your juice, pop it in there, and just fill it up like you would any other tank. If you needed to clean this tank, just unscrew this part as well. This comes off, there you go. And then you can clean the tank parts just like that. And then over here, this part also comes off. This is the, I don't even know what to call it, to be honest with you. I guess juice catch, I don't know. Then, yeah, the juice catch cup. And then the deck pulls out like so, and you can see it's got a velocity style deck. And those guys over there, those are the juice flow holes. There you go, 4 of them on each side. And the neat thing about this is when you're putting the deck back inside the tank, it's very easy. You got those two extended pieces of the deck, and that just fits right in there, just like that. There you go. Done. Putting this back together. So with the way that that deck is built, it makes it easier for you to rewick and change the coil and whatnot. And there you go. Pop that back on. There you go. Put this guy back on. And there you go. It's a quick overview of the tank. Alrighty, so the way that the Modfather decided to rewick this guy is actually very simple. So here's just some cotton, and actually we're gonna squeeze this in there. You want a decent amount of cotton on there so it's nice and snug. You don't want it to be too loose, otherwise it'll just flood on you. So there you go. What I like to do is I like to hold the coil down with my thumb while I pull it through. There you go. One part of the cotton is too big, it's going to rip off like that. There we go. There we go. Just going to do the same thing on the other side. The other side. Again, get my thumb in there and just pull through. There you go, that's nice in there. Just cut the excess off a little bit. I'm going to leave one side long so I can remeasure it later. Now what he does is he takes this off. And then he'll measure it like this. So basically he wants, or rather the best way that we found is to cut it flush against the bottom of this guy right here. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Just going to cut that there, tuck it down, just like that. Just a little bit more. we go. So basically you want it to look like that across all of them. So on this side, same thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and trim these guys as well. Okay, so this is how it should look after you've cut all the wick. You can see right there. It's pretty flush against the bottom of the deck, all across the board. Now we're just gonna take some tweezers and tuck it right underneath it. Inside the deck, there's gonna be two giant wick holes. Basically, you just want it to touch the end of those. So I'm just gonna do one of these. Just gonna do this. There you go. So that's one side. Do the same thing on the other, just tuck it down. Don't press down on it so much that it starts to clump up. You want this to kind of stay fluffy. There you go. Nice and fluffy. There you go, one side's done. Let's do the other side. Same thing, just take your tweezers and gently tuck them in there. So on the other side right here. There we go. Just clear some space right under. I take the tweezers and just pop it like that. And then just clear from the middle. There you go. That's how it should look after everything is said and done. I'm just going to juice this up. Alright, so that's a quick overview of the Modfather tank. This 9 milliliter, 30 millimeter tank. So the one that I have in here right now is actually not the same build that you saw in the close-ups. This is a parallel build, frame staple, running at 0.1 ohms, firing at 140 watts. Here we go. I have the airflow on this guy about 3/4 of the way open. It's actually really flavorful for a 30 mil tank. So as you guys can see, I can take a hit after hit after hit on this thing without any dry hits or anything. So just try to follow what we showed you in the rewicking video, and you should be having no problems at all. Alrighty, so this is the build that you saw on the up close. This is a 0.25 ohm build, and I have this setting at 170 watts, about 6.6 volts. Here we go. I also filled up the tank a little bit during that little quick break, just so you guys could see it wicking as it goes along. Just gonna speed this part up so you guys can see. Not even a dry hit, it's just way too much vapor. There, you guys can see it's getting a little lower and lower. Forgive my coughing. Just taking way too many hits way too quickly and too big. I'm gonna fast forward again so you guys can see. Alrighty, so you guys just saw me take a bunch of puffs from this guy, a bunch of hits, really big hits, all at 170 watts. I actually didn't get a single dry hit from all of that. It was just a lot of vapor all at once. Kind of, yeah, you know, taking...
And it's pineapple.
And it's pineapple. Pineapple juices will do that to you. You can hear it in my voice when I cough, oh my god. Anyways, so you guys can see the little air bubbles coming out of this guy right here. So that means you know that it's wicking properly. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Um, I know the Modfather will probably try to send this out to people who have questions on rewicking this guy. So thank you again for joining me, and keep on vaping.